everyone. Thank you for joining us once again on the Connecting Greeks podcast. I'm Ari, and with me are my two co-hosts. One I love, one he's okay. I'll bring on the okay one first. Fotis Stamos, what's up, man?
Ari, how's it going? Thank you for that great introduction, as always, brother.
Absolutely, as always. And who do we both love equally?
Angelo Tsaroukias, the one and only.
There he is. Hello, Angelo.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good,
we have
man.
another week of the Connecting Greeks podcast, and we're connecting lately. And I'm very happy. We have these two guests on our show. A beautiful success story from my home country, Vancouver, Canada. Although from Montreal, they're from Vancouver. It's an amazing thing. It's a story that started from a small business and created to a business to make it even bigger now. And on the store are the founders of Grandpa J Seasoning, Jenny Siormanolakis and Nora Eleonora. Welcome to Connecting Greeks, ladies. Welcome.
Thank you so much. We're excited to discuss with you.
Absolutely. But can I just jump in real quick?
Of course.
Connecting Greeks. Can we just each and one of us let the audience know where we're coming from? Because I'm in Boston, Ari's in
DC,
and Angelo
Today, St. Martin, Dutch West Indies.
the Caribbean.
I'm in the Caribbean today, floating around. Today we're in St. Martin, Dutch West Indies.
Angelo, I feel bad.
Yeah, I know. It sucks. Somebody has to do it, right?
And then we have Jenny and Eleonora in Vancouver. So again, I just wanted to highlight the fact that as Greeks, we're connecting all over the world.
All around the world. And it's the thank you, Zoom.
Yeah.
Or if you're dyslexic, it's Moose.
Moose.
Anyway, Moose. So Jenny and I say Nora, because I have the tendency to screw up Greek names, although I make fun of that and the whole time. But I've known these girls. So first of all, I want to tell you something. When they started their business, Grandpa Jason, they're going to tell us about this. I have to tell you, I like to barbecue in the summertime. Mm-hmm. And they sent me a package to try Grandpa J Seasoning. And I was using it on all the stuff they're using because there's different seasonings for different seasons, as they say. I love that. And people were asking me after, where did you get this? And I said, from Canada. And it was sent to me. So the response was great. So tell us about Grandpa J's Seasoning and let the world know how this all started.
Thank you. Grandpa J's was actually started by our Uncle Jimmy in the 1990s. He was an executive chef for steakhouses across Canada and in the US. And he noticed there was a niche for an all-purpose seasoning salt for food service, basically bulk wholesale. And with his contacts as who he was as a reputable chef in Vancouver, he got it listed wholesale. He kept his little company going. And in 2004, my sister and I, we bought the company because, well, Jimmy passed away. And we decided we would keep the recipe in the family because it was a very exquisite seasoning blend. And the two of us, with no MSG added. So the two of us, we grew up in our family's restaurant. Our family owned one of the longest single family owned establishments in Burnaby, which is right on the outskirts of Vancouver. Our family owned that for 41 years. So we were foodies, right? We had the experience. Mm-hmm. And we just kept this little company going as a wholesale business. In 2016, we were then asked by Fatburger Canada to be their seasoning of choice across Canada.
Wow.
And then a pandemic hits and we lose 75% of our sales across Canada. Gosh. So the only thing that we could do was, as Ross from Friends says, pivot, right? Just pivot. Pivot headfirst into retail. We only had one product and it was this red one, the all-purpose. This was Jimmy's original blend. we took that one product and we just started pushing it retail, and we got into about 20 or 30 stores. But due to the shelves being empty because of the supply chain issues, they were like, give us more SKUs. And so Nora and I were thinking, she's like, we got to do Greek potatoes. And I would always ask us, how do you make Greek lemon roast potatoes? Like, it was like the biggest secret on the planet. And we would say, it's not a seasoning, it's the zumi, the juice that you're going to cook them in.
Right.
And I said, we're not doing it unless we can create a juice. And suddenly I looked at my sister and the aha moment hit me where I said, let's create it to dissolve in water and olive oil to create the zumi to make perfect Greek potatoes. We literally nailed it on the first run. We tweaked the recipe once, got a label, went into production, and it has been nonstop. And this summer, or the past summer in 2022, we were nominated for Product of the Year here in BC by BC Food and Beverage. So all of these restaurant industries, the grocers, we were nominated for Product of the Year. And for a seasoning to do that, it just speaks for itself. And we placed top 10, Greco Lemon, this one, placed in top 10. And it did so well too, because it's plant-based. It's meant for anyone can have it. You know, they don't have to, there's no cheese base or animal products in it. It's delicious, super easy to use, very versatile, and game-changing when it comes to Greek lemon roast potatoes. Are we going to be known as the potato ladies? I hope not.
What's wrong with that?
Well, I've used it. I made the potatoes and they're 100% right.
Yeah.
Again, because, you know, my wife, Alina, she's Armenian, but she's learning the Greek recipes. And she goes, can you tell them to make some for moussaka, pasticcio? She was joking. She goes, because they were so easy. But, you know, you guys, you nailed it with that. And I think Forti and Ari are here. And I mean, to try the products, the all-purpose seasoning is amazing. You know, and the Greek potatoes. Now, what was there was a third one you sent me.
So the third one is our Van City grind. And we just wanted something to do for steaks, more for roasts. When we formulated this one and we tested it, we said, what should we call it? And my sister goes, Van City grind. And I was like, done. Sold. Like, that's the name. And then again, 3 weeks before this was nominated, a fellow by the name of, what was it? Oh, Ryan Reynolds shared this on Instagram.
Wait,
nice.
I was gonna say, whenever I hear anything Van City, like, I just think of Ryan Reynolds because that's his like social media.
Yeah.
But so he actually acknowledged this.
He shared it on his Instagram story, and he said, if this wasn't so good, I'd be upset about the name. And it's on our Instagram. Please go and follow us. But you can see the image of just the shaker and this quote at Grandpa Jay's on it, and it'll be a moment which I'll never forget, because I'm the social media person. I'm the one that looked down at my phone and was like, oh my God,
that's
like
huge.
At Van City Reynolds tagging us. It was just a surreal moment.
Nora,
this is so delicious. And we thank Ryan. In Ryan we trust. We say it all the time.
Yeah. Well, he has the golden touch, you know. Everything he talks about, everything he does is like.
But cool. Angelo, you were the first to endorse it. So
I was happy to do it because I love you guys. You know, when I go to, I've known the girls for a long time now. We've been two friends in Vancouver. They always come, and this is why it comes full circle with Connecting Greeks. When I go there, they're Jenny and Nora, they're always pushing, bringing people. And when they sent it to me, said, send it to me. So, and I just did a little infomercial on, you know, on social media, and people were, I hope it helps, because people are curious about knowing how those things are done, you know.
So many people love you, Angelo. So thank you for that.
Can I just add real quickly that I think all of us, Ari, Angelo, we're living in different times. We're very busy people. We're trying to stay onto our culture. And obviously when it comes to food and at home and cooking, it's a process, it's a challenge. And we all want to hold on to our family recipes so that we can replicate what we grew up with, which is very hard in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because once our parents go away, we got to pick up the slack and continue that.
Yeah.
But something that you developed, Nora and Jenny, is that you're making it easier for us, where we don't have to go through the process of making, oven roasted Greek lemon potatoes like our parents did. Because when I tried your product, you saved me a ton of stress and time to be able to use your product that actually tastes just as good, if not maybe even better, with some of our family relatives who make great Greek potatoes. So I think introducing something to that effect on our part as Greeks who are trying to, have the legacy live on as Greek Americans, Greek Canadians, where we're discussing this all the time. We don't want to lose our culture in terms of the foods that we eat, our beliefs, our traditions, and food is one of the biggest part of our traditions. And as we assimilate to this new way of living, it's products like yours that I think is going to help us hang on a little longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think so too. We originally didn't launch it for Greeks, and then we had tremendous feedback from Greeks, and it made us even more confident about what a great flavor profile it has and how easy it is and consistent. And we didn't launch this for restaurants, but Greek restaurants want it because that second or third generation cook that the parents have given or whatever, they need some help in the kitchen too, which is amazing, because we did start off as food service and we do want to grow this food service across Canada and into the US. So it is like super, it'll be our pleasure to assist any chef or any mom to do a one-pan meal. Use this, throw some chicken legs and potatoes in a pan, and you've got one-pan meal in 35 minutes.
Jenny, I'm responsible for making food now at home 2 days a week. So what about us dads too?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Well, you said something. You guys said something. You got Greeks supporting it, not an easy audience to please.
No.
So for them to get approval, so people say, because many times if you talk to people who aren't Greek and they say, how do you make those potatoes? How do you guys make tzatziki? It's rare that you hear somebody say they don't like Greek food. The fact that I agree with you simplified it. You simplified it, and then it's for everybody. Like you said, chefs, moms, dads, whoever.
Absolutely.
It's also useful for the times that we're living in. We're not taking as much time in the kitchen as our parents did. Our parents, my mom would be in the kitchen all day. Like, that's not happening anymore.
Yeah.
So what happens if you don't have something easy and accessible? That old school recipe goes out the door and you never hear of it again. So as Foti said, and as Angela is mentioning, this is something that is going to help, even though you didn't set out for Greeks. It's something that's going to help, the traditions continue. So,
for sure. And we are so inundated with Greek Vancouver loving the product that we tell our parents, and our parents are like, "Wow, really?" Like sometimes there's so much support that it's a little overwhelming, because it's like, "Whoa, like, are they really buying this?" Or
what a great feeling!
Tremendous.
Well, the Greek potato seasoning, when we made it, we had some friends come over, and Alina had to empty into a Ziploc for her. Her friend wanted some. I said, "Don't give it away."
Well,
make them buy it.
I'll send her some. Don't worry. Just make sure that when they take some home, they snapshot the actual instructions, because we were smart enough to put how to make it on the label, right?
That's very important. Yeah.
I go back to how versatile it is. I add it to a cream sauce for pasta. I add it to rice. I add it for dressings and marinating meats and lamb, and it is just delicious.
But it's interesting.
Oops.
That's Angelo in the high seas right now in the Caribbean.
Yeah. We'll come back to that one.
Wait.
Hold on. Angela, can you just restart that question? Because we lost you for a second.
Oh, sorry about that, guys.
No
I
worries.
said, Nora and Jenny, you were in your parents' restaurant. You guys had a family business 41 years, and you saw how hard your parents worked. It's good to know that by observing that, because a lot of us grew up the same way, that you were able, like your uncle made the steak seasoning, but you guys took that and you expanded it, that's the thing that impresses me the most. And
It
I
took
have a
us a
feeling
long
we're not.
time, Ange. It took us a long time.
I believe it,
And
but
that's
I also think
because we were two young women in the early 2000s in a male-dominated industry. So it was very hard for us to just try even grow our wholesale division. We tried very, very hard, but honestly, we say that food business is in our blood, and the pandemic was our silver lining, because that gave us the strength and the power to just say, that's it, we're doing it. And everyone was home and they needed ideas to cook, and people really got into just getting involved in the kitchen.
To your point, ladies, to your point, thanks to the pandemic, this is why we have Connecting Greeks.
yeah, it's true. This came out of that. Now, let me ask you guys, I'm sure Ari and Forty are thinking the same thing. I have an idea that we're not ending here. I have an idea. Have you guys been thinking of other ideas for new stuff like this to come out because of the success of the ones you have now?
Yes, we've got 2 more launching, and one of them will be absolutely mind-blowing, and I believe it will probably be another viral sensation. Should we say which one we're going to do? I mean, we've told other people.
But we want to be the first ones. We want to be the first ones.
No,
We're going to break it.
No, I am. Just stop.
Wait.
No, it's up to you guys.
Wait, can I ask a quick question before you? What do you drink? What are you drinking right now?
This is I don't know if you have them in the States, but it's called a Hayal.
Okay, and what is it?
It's like an iced tea that's spiked.
All right, so have a little more of that iced tea spike and tell us what's going on.
So one of the ones that
they have some Grandpa J seasoning in there too.
Yeah.
Gives a little kick.
So this one is an excellent cocktail rim for Bloody Mary, for a Bloody Mary, or any sort of like savory.
Oh, that's cool. Because that's just a joke, but like the fact that you could actually do it is amazing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Bloody Marys, and for the Canadians, the Caesars. Definitely use vanilla grind. I have a girlfriend who's Greek that loves this as a margarita rim because it's peppery and salty, and it's got like that just delicious to it.
Interesting. Bloody Mary
with the both of you with all these seasoning and cocktails. What do you mean about that?
Sorry, what was that?
What would you say?
We should do a segment with cocktails and the seasoning demonstration.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
We did just a quick snippet, and then maybe we do that too. But we did infuse a Greco lemon into a simple syrup at the BC Food and Beverage the competition for product of the year. We tested our potatoes, and we just did a simple protein like a chicken skewer marinated with this, and then we did an actual aviation gin, obviously that's a choice, a cocktail with a simple syrup made with the Greco lemon and lemon juice, and it was stunning. The judges were like, you use that for a beverage? And we're like, yeah, we turned it into a simple syrup. We called it Greco gin lemonade.
Wait,
yeah. Some people say this
I need that recipe. I need that recipe.
Okay.
I love gin.
Who doesn't?
I'm a big gin drinker. So
I just love Ryan. I mean, so I'll support his aviation.
Ryan.
And then you called everybody on Mint Mobile.
We don't have Mint.
No, but Jenny.
What are you drinking?
White wine.
Oh, very nice.
Ryan went to school with a Greek guy in Vancouver, and he ended up going to his wedding, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
So Ryan has a connection with the Greeks. Ryan.
Yes.
Wasn't that person one of your friends that we had on the show, Angelo? I remember him talking about
No, friend of a friend. Remember, it was a friend of a friend.
Wait,
so
is it one of your friends? What didn't they like? Was it friend?
Can't remember now. Yeah, it was
yeah.
friend of a friend. Yeah, because I
Yeah,
did a story
okay.
for that too. He was on.
Yeah.
So, so let me ask you.
Yeah.
So this is all going on now. You're committed to this. Now, I know you're both mothers also. So you're the kids. Now, how is that? You're immersed in your company, and I know you both work really hard. I know, Nora, you're always on social media, and Jenny, and we're all parents now too. So we have to. Do you make your kids go to Greek school? I'm
Of
just
course.
curious.
I do. No. I live a little bit further out, and so Greek school is a little bit too hard. My kids will learn Greek when we go to Greece, and they'll learn it through music or just visiting. They did do a little bit of Greek school. They have Greek
Right.
grandparents that speak to them.
Where are
It'll
you?
happen when they're ready.
Where
It'll
are
happen
you?
when it's
Where are
ready.
your roots in Greece, Jenna and Nora? As far as like when you go back to Greece,
Veria y Matthias, northern Greece.
northern Greece, nice.
Nice.
Do they have the
So-
season? Do they have the seasoning? Did you bring the seasoning there as well to have
Oh,
them
yes, I've given some there out and they love it. And all the butchers are like, bring more. And I'm like, okay.
Ah, there you
Mm.
go. There's another market.
Our balitzes are we're always packing spice. We call each other like Hansel and Gretel. Everywhere we go, we're leaving a trail of seasoning behind for people to try it and get served. And like,
You ever get stopped at
Good for
customs
you.
at the airport? Like, what is this?
if it's not labeled, have we ever? No, but they've made me throw it out because it was too many in a carry-on. So don't take them on the carry-on, just pack them in the luggage.
Yeah.
Pack them in the luggage because what is this? It's a Greek lemon seasoning. Sure, it is.
Yeah, sure it is.
Greek
It's like
Greek
going to
herbs.
Greece and bringing kamili tsaitu vuno.
Right?
You ever bring back tsaitu vuno on your carry-on?
Mhm.
I
Greek
remember.
wheat.
It's a Greek wheat. What is this? It's Greek mountain tea. Room 2. Room 2 over there.
Actually,
Room 2.
funny story, when we had the restaurant and we were known for late night. So on Fridays and Saturdays, we'd be open till 4. And I would be working, obviously. What else would I be doing? And I think I answered the phone for a pizza around 2 a.m. And the guy was being really cheeky. And at the end, he finishes his order with like, do you have any weed? And I was like, yeah. He goes, okay, send some. I'm like, okay, done. I packed up a thing of oregano, shipped out with the order. It was in a baggie.
For you.
Cheeky. Spice girl. Spice girl.
I was worried about the ending of that story. I'm like, you're on, you're being recorded right now. Be careful.
You just said
I was
something.
worried. I was worried.
That's a great tagline you just mentioned. Greek Spice Girls.
Yes.
Ah,
I
tell me
like
what you
Greek
want.
Spice Girls.
What you really
Well,
want.
Well, guys, in Canada now, weed is legal all across the whole country.
Oh, good.
It's
I'll-
So now you
federal.
can
I'll
send
put
it
her at-
legitimately.
So you can fly in Air Canada with a couple of joints and nobody says a word to you.
Nice.
When you check in Air Canada, ask
Do they have smoking
you know,
lounges in Canada for weed?
Do they have what?
yeah, smoking lounges.
Smoking
Smoking
lounge.
lounges.
For weed.
Oh, I don't know if they do.
Smoke everywhere.
I don't know. In
It doesn't
Vancouver,
make
I
a
mean,
difference at all. That's great. So let me ask you. So with Grandpa Jay's now, who was your in terms of your clientele or people that have used your products? Who was your biggest surprise besides Ryan Reynolds?
Mhm.
Who was your biggest surprise of people that got back to you and said this stuff is good, or we didn't think it was going to be good, but it was really good? Like,
Okay, we have three people that really totally went crazy for it. Number one was vegan influencer in Canada. She has like 200,000 followers. She's a major vegan influencer, Erin Ireland, because the Greco is plant-based, just because we wanted a clean label. We didn't intentionally set out to, we just wanted to have any enjoy it.
Yeah.
So Erin Ireland really was one of the first to really take notice of this. Then we have Chopped Canada from Food Network Canada.
Mhm.
Chopped Canada winner Michael Varga, a chef. He loves it. He loves everything that we do, as well as on TikTok in San Diego, Marco, who is known as Woodfire Whiskey.
Well, he's on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram.
And he's got about 2 million followers or so.
He's got more
Wow.
than I think altogether over forms. I think he's over 2, but Yeah, he loves the Van City grind and the Greco lemon. And he's one of those like really loud, like slapping meat and stuff like that, like doing the awesome videos that you'll just go down a rabbit hole on TikTok. Like this kind of guy. He loves our products and uses it. And
Nice.
I think
Now, how important
Mhm.
how important is it now? TikTok is under fire right now. They're trying to shut it down in America for I don't know for what reasons, whatever.
Well,
But
they're
how
trying to have it
important is
sold. They're trying to have it sold away from the Chinese company.
Away
And if
from
they
the
don't,
Chinese.
they'll shut it down. Yeah.
they're going to shut it down? But how important is social media now for a business like yours?
That's how
Not just yours, every business. How important is it now?
we grew so much. I remember pre-pandemic, we had, maybe 400 followers, and it was mostly family and friends. But when I knew we were making an impact is when people were tagging us and we had no idea how they found us or knew about us or anything, because we're behind the socials. We know who supports and who loves and shares, and we know. But it started changing when I was like, oh, who's this? Do you know this person? Oh my God, they're using her. They're tagging us. It's just this really it's our baby. It's our personal.
But we also did something that not many companies do, especially for retail now. For the retail stores, we go into each one of those stores when we're doing a delivery. We'll take footage, we'll do a quick video reel, we'll tag them. All they have to do is reshare it, and it looks like they've done a mini commercial for our product.
Mhm.
And
Good idea.
Smart.
we're
Smart.
only successful as long as our customers are successful selling the product.
Mhm.
And when you get a celebrity like Ryan posting, the one thing that mattered the most to us, it wasn't that we were selling out or that we had to restock. It was the fact that all these people flocked to our website and went to
which is under construction at the moment. Just don't all go running to the website. It'll be up in a few weeks.
So what Ryan did was he sent all these people to 120 groceries that are small and independent. And, they couldn't go to the big place to go and buy it. So they went and they started interacting with these small businesses that may have been close to their work or may have been close to their home that they never visited. So for us, that was the biggest win, is the
Our
support
customers.
of our customers and the support of small business. It was critical.
Amazing.
So at this time, I think we're in 130 stores.
135 and counting.
Wow.
And counting.
Good for you.
And
Well,
we do our own distribution.
Let me ask this, because it sounds like you've got the Canadian market on lockdown. Us being in the US market, you want to shed any light about how the audience that's in the US market can actually take advantage of your products?
We are available on Amazon through a third party. So it's not us. We've sold to somebody who has a store on Amazon Canada and Amazon USA. We are looking in the next 8 to 10 months to try and change a few internal issues so that we can start selling more in the US. But maybe one of your audience members will be able to help us with connecting us to someone like a broker or someone in Canada that can do the selling in the US.
Well, we want to order.
Well, the boys have Greekazon. Ari Forte, I see this being a Greekazon product.
So do we.
I was gonna say, Poti, you gotta talk to them after we're done here, because definite potential.
I got a van that's pretty big enough. We can just load the van up and drive around and sell it on the street.
Perfect. Sometimes I feel like
Hey, I ate their baklava popcorn and they sold it out like in 4 days or something.
Angelo posted about the baklava popcorn. Boom, it was gone.
It went like 1 million follower viewers. But that's why I'm saying I want to do, and I'm saying it now in front of, because I love these girls. I'm saying what I'm going to want to do one day, when I'm going to get my barbecue fell over during the storm. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to do a little video come springtime with Grandpa Jay's on the barbecue. I'm going to get my daughter to film it so we could do something like that. Because I love this stuff. I love this stuff's fantastic. Not because you're on the show. I've been using it. It's been really good. It's really good.
Yeah.
And we'll send you the new stuff. We'll send you the new stuff.
And I want the new
Well,
seed.
The stuff you
Secret.
didn't let us know about yet.
No,
Oh.
not yet. Secret.
One of them is a secret. I'm gonna tell them
Okay,
now,
that's fine. You know what? I'm the PR, the one like, Jenny, stop.
Stop it.
Come up in a glass.
I like that.
So the one that I'm really excited for is we're gonna do a calamari seasoning. And
Oh, nice.
yeah, we're gonna perfect it
It's
for
perfected.
it is perfected, but I need to perfect the recipe for the air fryer. So if we can change the calamari game to the
Look at
air
his face.
fryer, yeah, I see your faces. You're all like,
Yeah,
Wow.
Oh, that's
I like
good.
that.
so that one's coming down the line, but we have one that we're gonna release faster than that. But that one I'm keeping under wraps until we.
That one's
decide.
exciting too. They're all exciting. We've talked about a moussaka. There's so many options.
Seasoning.
Not necessarily
Nice.
just Greek. Like we like to play with other flavors, right?
And as well, you should. I mean, it doesn't all have to be Greek. The fact that you're Greek founders and you keep your culture going.
Yeah.
The product stands for itself, whether it's Greek specific or whether it's not. It stands for itself, and we're appreciative that you guys are a couple of Greek girls that are doing something great and putting our culture out there. And it's really cool. It's really cool what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
just applied for our women entrepreneur
Accreditation.
accreditation. So that was really exciting to
Yeah,
have.
congratulations. Good for
Thank you.
that's
We're
amazing.
crossing fingers that they just say yes, like you're approved. Like, we've already been 19 years.
19 years at this. And somebody, Angelo, you asked about how we deal with our family. Well, we put our business on hold for a while. We bought our business and then Jenny and I both had kids, got married at the same time. We both have
Right.
14-year-olds. Our business was kind of just rolling on its own until the pandemic. And now our kids are old enough and they see us working it and growing and they
Sure.
come on deliveries and they help.
Today they were labeling. Oh,
Yeah. So
Good.
it's
Good.
nice
Bravo.
for them to
Good.
see this
Good.
happen to us.
yeah. Every day my daughter's like, "Did you get a new store? Did you get any more accounts?"
Jenny's 14-year-old. She's just like her, little firecracker, but she's like, she was cold calling stores. I have 2 products. She's 14 and she's
Wow.
already doing sales.
But that is very interesting because kids lead by example, and when they see their moms are busting it out and working, the fact that you're telling me that on her own she's calling stores.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an education. That's something, and they see how hard you guys are working. So I'm impressed that she takes her own initiative to call stores and say, "Hey, we got this stuff. Do you guys want to have some?" That's
And
great.
then your daughter drew the Van City logo.
Yeah,
right?
like we get
So
them involved.
we
My
get them
daughter
involved.
did the
Good.
little skyline there and
I love that.
they're always helping.
That's good.
And
They're
That's
also the
good.
guinea pigs. Every time we create a new recipe, it's like
Yeah.
for the next month you're eating patatas.
I'm sure the family is like bored of the same social media and they think that they can do better because they are teen girls and I do have a son, but we're just trying our best.
Yeah.
We're trying to be cool.
They want to take over. our
Whatever you're
schools.
doing,
Like, oh, no.
whatever you're doing is working.
Mhm.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's
Thank
good.
you.
Very good. Well, great. That's great. Keep doing what you're doing. I mean, we've been so happy to have you on the Connecting Greeks,
Thanks.
and your stuff is great. I've used it. I'm looking forward to using more stuff, and I think Forti and Ari are right. If you guys can crack this open into the U.S. market, it's limitless.
Can I
You're
just
gonna.
add something?
Our pleasure.
Yeah.
I just want to add something. We didn't really talk about our food service, but we are available like through one of like a very big distributor for restaurants across Canada, Gordon Food Service. And
Okay.
and so if restaurants want to use us in BC, I mean Gordon Food Service or Saputo would be
And
your
this-
option because
Right.
you're made like Greeks they're in the food industry.
And
Mhm.
this red one, we sell
Yeah.
approximately 55 tons across Canada for
Wow.
wholesale.
Wow, that's great.
So that's something we didn't talk about, but I think we're really proud of being in commercial kitchens as well.
Yeah, I mean that's huge because people buying it is great, obviously, but the fact that commercial kitchens want that's
Yeah.
like a little bit upper tier there because
Well,
these are
Right.
people that know their stuff.
Yeah, well, it's consistent. It brings flavor. It brings, it just, it's,
It completes the experience.
Mhm.
yeah.
Mm.
Before we wrap up, I have a small suggestion, a social media idea for you. So ever since you said that you could use it for other things, and then you were talking about the rim of the margarita, and you put it in a sauce, and you're doing all sorts of different things. You guys could only go so far. Have your followers create some sort of like invention with this, and the best one could get like a year supply, or the best one could have like your kudos on your social media, because I bet you there's people out there that could really think of things that you're not thinking of, and it'll really like boost just that interaction. So there's my idea for you.
Yes. And our friends, the amount of potato porn we get sent to our phones is like unreal.
That's great. That's great.
Nonstop potato porn.
No, we
steak
call
porn. We call it
Potato porn.
dish pics.
That's what Foti's
Dish
known
pics.
for.
Dish pics. That's funny. Yeah, that's true.
This-
Random. It'll be like 8 o'clock at night and I get pictures sent to me. I'm like, okay. I'm like, and it's food.
Great.
It's dishes.
You just gave me an idea for Foti and Angela, so I'm gonna work on something after we're done.
Perfect.
Good.
Tag us. Tag us, follow us.
Absolutely, yeah. And actually, for our audience, we'll put this in the notes as well. But can you give everybody how to contact you?
At Grandpa Jay's Seasonings on Instagram, www.grandpajays.com.
That's coming soon.
We have a TikTok. We have, yeah, just the major ones. We're there.
Awesome. All right. I mean, thank you.
It's great.
Thank you so much for taking the time out with us. And I just want to say thanks to the co-host, Foti, Angelo.
Thank you, Foti. Thank you, Angelo. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny.
And
You're
we
welcome.
will,
Good having you guys
video.
on.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate you. Thanks, everybody out there, for watching and listening. Stay tuned for more from Grandpa Jay's. Follow them. Go to their website. Buy them however you could buy them until we crack them into the U.S. market. And we'll see you all next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Yes, us.